let's take that a little deeper for you. I'm
Yeah.
curious. You talked about machine learning as, predictive, and
Mhm.
cybersecurity. There's really two ways that cybersecurity is using machine learning. It's the unsupervised and the supervised, right? It's
Yeah.
behavioral or it's prefixed categories. Is there a better one versus the other? What do you think?
Well, it depends on the use case because unsupervised machine learning, means that you don't need to have as much input data to it. It depends on where you're starting from. If you're starting from a place where you have a lot of historical data, right, and you want to predict the future based on historical data, then that's going to lend itself more to supervised machine learning. Whereas unsupervised machine learning, if you don't have a lot of historical data, is not going to be used. So I wouldn't say that there's one that's better than the other. I would say that it vastly depends on your use case. I would say in general, though, my personal thoughts on machine learning are that it's not as bad as AI, but it still is a bit of a buzzword where I think what I try to advocate more for is using the data that's in your environment to look at past trends and understand the data. Machine learning to me is more of trying to predict the future, but in a more kind of complicated scientific way. You can do that more by just looking at your past data and understanding trends, I think, than really having to write a machine learning model to do it. So a lot of what I help my clients with is just make a dashboard or something, or visualize your past data to understand what's going on in your environment. And once you understand what's going on in your environment, you as the SME, you as the cybersecurity human expert, will have a better chance of predicting what to do next and what to do in the future than a machine learning model that you could waste a ton of time and a ton of money writing. It's still, there's a place for it. But in cybersecurity, I would say we more so need methods to analyze big data, but not necessarily machine learning models.